So hi everyone. In this video, you'll get to know about everything what LSM is all about and all the interview experiences of these four people. So first of all, thank you so much for coming to the video, and you can start giving your introduction from starting with Aarti.
Sure. Hi, I am Aarti. I am pursuing MBA LSM from IIM Kozhikode. Previously, I was doing Bachelor's of Economics honors, economics honors from University of Delhi, Shivaji College. And my interest in liberal studies made me choose this as a, for the studies option.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Soumya. I did my undergraduation from University of Delhi, and I also did economics honors, same as Aarti. This summers I'll be joining Salesforce as a summer intern.
Hi, my name is Nab. I'm a BSc Computer Science graduate from Delhi University, and at IIM Kozhikode, a member of PGP LSM. I'm also a member of the Students Alumni Cell. And why I chose LSM is because of my interest in pro bono work, particularly consulting and product management.
Hi guys, I am Vaishnavi and I am not an economic honors and not from Delhi University. I am an engineer all the way from UP, and I think that's what brings us all of us together in LSM program.
So next question is why people should actually choose LSM, and you can share about your interview experiences. क्या questions पूछे गए थे आप सबसे? So anyone can start.
So when I sat and thought about why I want to do MBA and what kind of MBA I want to do, I was very clear on this thing that I'm not going to do a traditional MBA, as much revered as it is. LSM is a very futuristic course, and I had charted out a few institutions in India, which is very few, who actually provide LSM course, and I had gotten through all of them. LSM was my best call in that regard. As I said, the course, I found it very futuristic. I found it very holistic, because generally you don't study about sociology, you don't study about how psychology works, and these things are something that you really need to study about when you have to work out in the market. That's why I chose LSM. Other than that, I'm sorry, what was the question?
Interview experience.
Interview experience. So because I was a fresher, most of my interview revolved around economics.
Okay.
So during my interview, a lot of things were happening in macroeconomic sense. So a lot of my questions were based on that. Other than that, the professors who were asking the questions, they were trying to scrape the layer and getting to know the real you. So if you don't have that mental clarity of why you're taking LSM, if you're doing it just for the brand name, let me tell you, don't do that. Because going forward, you will not take the institute's just the institute's name, but the real you. So if that fundamental is not clear in your head, it won't really help you. So having that clarity really helped me, because they were pushing me as to not take an MBA, but then I was able to convince them.
Okay. Your interview experience.
Actually, my interview experience was not that academic, but rather it started very candidly of how I was doing. So I told them yeah, my day was good. And so I'm from a girls' college, and they straight away started to that topic, that what do you think, what's your opinion on that should there be more girls' college in Delhi. So I was initially being diplomatic, but then later I think around 10 minutes of my interview was totally a discussion on whether girls' college should be promoted or not. And then later on they asked me straight away to take a stand, and that's how my interview went. And also they talked about a few current affairs that was going on at that time. A few budget questions which I remember were also asked, and my opinion on that, and also my recommendations. Yes, so this was about my interview. I mean, it was very wholesome and not very academic oriented or very random question, but it was totally discussion based, and they were counter questioning me on what I spoke. So it was chain of questions of what I was speaking, and then they were questioning me on that. So that was my experience.
Next.
Mine was more on the academic and work. So I have worked as an IT instructor in the IT industry. So my interview was also regarding IT, the key terminology, the recent acquisitions that were happening during that time, during my interview time, and how COVID was impacting. So all the current affairs and the impact on the industry. The interview was a mix of that. Apart from that, there were open-ended questions as well, particularly the normal HR questions you would expect. There were questions related to your opinions about certain ads, certain marketing agencies, or similar things.
I'd say my interview experience was like a mix of everything, because the very first question asked to me was why MBA and why LSM? Because why MBA is a very generic question, but why LSM? You have to be very, very clear in your mind that why do you want this course? Because I was very clear, and most of my classmates were very clear about the thought that we want liberal studies because we just don't want business analytics in our profile. We also want something more, broad-minded, more, futuristic, as Aarti said. So my first question was why MBA LSM, and I was very clear with 5 jotted points that why I wanted LSM. Because I had a thorough, a detailed analysis of why LSM program from the official site. So you do that, go to the official site, read everything, read the course outline, read the subjects, read about the professors, so that you have points to tell to your interviewer that yeah, this is, and I want LSM. Other than that, there were questions about what business you follow. So it's like I used to follow the fashion industry a lot. So I said that I followed the business of fashion. So they asked me questions. So I would suggest you choose a domain you're very knowledgeable about, so that, and they ask you questions and you're able to answer them properly. And sometimes they might not even know about your domain. Like I wanted fashion domain, so they were not very knowledgeable about it. But then the way I answered the questions, they were very much convinced that I was saying the right thing. Apart from that, they can ask you like questions out of the blue from anywhere. That they asked me, what is the meaning of, who is a bibliophile? Like questions can come from anywhere because we are liberal studies students, but they'll mainly focus on what you like and what you have done. And please do research about LSM as a course.
Can I just add something
Yeah,
to
sure,
this?
sure.
So when I was doing my research, I also read about what the industry leaders were saying. What the industry leaders were saying about this course and the requirement of this course in the industry. So one thing that we need to understand is that this is the brainchild of IIM Kozhikode, not because professors, one day they sat and they thought, we need to have this, but because industry requires this. So this is the demand of the industry, which is why I said it's very futuristic. So when you do your research, read just not what's happening in LSM IIM Kozhikode, but overall in the world, because outside it's a hyped up course and people do take it. People are very hyped up to take the core subjects that we study. That way you'll be able to gather more about what the future scope it has for you.
Yes, so basically I would also like to add something here. LSM is like amalgamation of both PGP and more holistic subjects. So that gives you a like experience of all the things in your plate. So that's that's very good point about it, I feel.
And what is the batch profile of your class, like your
I
batch?
think mostly we are non-engineers, but there are engineers too, like Vaishnavi is one.
Outlier.
We have 2 engineers.
Yeah, so we boast about it. Mostly in engineering, like mostly in MBA classroom, you will find 80% engineers and 20% non-engineers. Here it's reverse.
And same goes for the gender diversity as well. We only have like 11 guys in the class out of 38. So it's nearly 70% girls and then 10% the men are there.
But why you are smiling?
Engineers, don't get discouraged, please. You can still come in the
Yeah,
course and roll
exactly.
yourself.
Yeah.
So, guys, now talking about the placement, which is like one of the most curious thing that an aspirant wants to know. So just give a gist of how is the placement of LSM, and also kitna easy hota hai placement process, and do you guys get the same opportunity of what PGP guys are getting?
So see, in terms of opportunities and placements, it's entirely similar to other courses like PGP Finance and PGP. So absolutely, like, need not worry about placements at all, that we'll have some discrimination or something. Matlab zero, absolutely zero. So just be chill about it. And talking about the process, so of course, like, it will be challenging. It will be matlab tiring. So you have to be like confident about placements here after coming, because I mean that process is difficult, but then it's similar for all the people, for all the courses. So it's just same for all of us.
Yeah, I second with that. Placements in any colleges will be stressful, they'll be hectic. You'll have to put on a good fight, but then there's no distinction being made in any of the courses here. So you need not worry about that. Other than that, there are a lot of opportunities. You can join committees. Like she's a part of Infracom, I'm with the HR committee,
Alumni.
and
Cultural committee.
Calcom. So you see, there's absolutely no disparity that way.
Okay. And what is the fees of LSM? Is it the same as of PGP?
Yeah.
It's same.
It's same.
So we have this extra thing of international immersion.
And
Okay.
rural emotion
So,
also.
yeah, and rural immersion also. So that's a addition for us, like apart from the normal PGP course. So those people have foreign exchange, but we have rural immersion and international immersion, both of them, which is I think very exciting for LSM course.
And it's also so rural emotion is something that I've not heard of in any other
Yeah,
college.
yeah.
So
College, yeah.
that actually helps you knowing the roots. And
both of these, the rural immersion and the international immersion, both of these are mandatory for LSM students. So in rural immersion, you'll be talking about hospitality, you'll be working with agricultural sector, you'll be adopting villages basically.
So, yeah.
And similarly in international immersion, you'll be trying to appreciate the art and culture of different nations wherever your immersion would be.
you'll learn from their management expertise as well.
Like you literally be going into some, I think, nearby villages and staying with them, experiencing how it feels. So I think it's so wholesome for me personally and for I think also.
And what is the course structure of first year? Like, क्या पढ़ने को मिलता है आप लोग को?
First year we have mostly have all the PGP. Basically the structure is like we have 5 courses from PGP and 2 or 3 courses that are core to LSM. That core LSM subjects will be pre-decided for you, and the 5 subjects will be from PGP just to give you a taste of PGP as well as LSM. But when you go to the second year and the second semester and the third semester, the course outline changes a little bit. We have creative sessions and we have some extra good subjects like creative writing and thinking, and also we have
Gandhian leadership.
Gandhian leadership. So that adds to the touch, the workshops to LSM as a course. So you will be a part of a course structure where you'll always be in touch of something that drives your liberal mindset. And we also have the immersion, as they all said, that is compulsory for us. And that is actually a perk for LSM also, because you don't have to worry about getting a very good CGPA to go for foreign exchange. It's like it is there for us, settled.
Exactly. Anything else that you want to add?
So just adding to Vaishnavi's point, in our curriculum, in term 1 we had this subject called social psychology, and like I personally am totally in love with that subject, because I don't think I would have studied that anywhere had I been doing MBA from some other college. So that is something I really loved about our curriculum.
Also, we get taught by professors like Professor Matthew. So that will be an added. That's a lifelong experience.
So you'll get to
honestly.
know who Professor Matthew is. Like,
Oh, you can go to
Google
internet.
it.
You will.
Yeah.
There's enough on it.
And how is the hostel facility of IIMK?
So I'll tell you what.
it's amazing.
The oldest hostels, ABC, they are hostels. Other than that, it's all resort and hotels. And Anshu, obviously, he must have shown you how the hostels
Yeah, so
look like.
we have one of the best hostels, I
Yeah.
would say. Definitely one of the best.
One of the best infrastructure.
And I'm from B hostel, like Arti mentioned. So
Oldest.
even ABC are amazing. You'll get the most amazing views from here. You'll be waking up to a scenery, and then the hostels are more or less, they are segregated for girls and guys, and boys naturally are not allowed into girls hostel, but whereas girls can hop in.
And I'm
And stay.
absolutely so
Stay
jealous
on.
of this guy's hostel. It has such an amazing view, I swear.
And you'll be living based on random allocation. You can get a room in single sharing. You can get, if you're a girl, you can get a room in double or triple sharing. For guys, it's mainly single or triple sharing for the first years, and then in second years you get to choose your roommates. So there's that
So it'll be doubles room. for
double
second
occupancy.
Just one last question. What is the, can any student from LSM get into any domain of the...
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. So talking about the internships right now, the summer internships, the people here at LSM have been allocated to various domains. I'll be interning for a prodman role. There are people who will be going in sales and management. There are people who will be going in fintech. There are people, a lot of people would be going into consulting. So
And we
yeah,
actually
different
have
domains
people
are there,
like-
irrespective of your background.
I'm going to be working in Gen Man.
Like
So
We
to-
have people in
diverse.
fashion as well. We have people in consulting. We have people in media industry as well. So
Even
it's
finance,
extremely
even finance.
yeah, even finance, private equity, and all of those things.
Yeah.
So it's actually very diverse, and there's no dearth of opportunities.
So basically
It totally
you can
depends on the
line up-
CV.
Yeah, you can make your CV in that way, whatever you want to.
And
like,
guys, do
pursue.
remember, when you come here for the SIPs, before the SIPs, if you want to go in a particular domain, make sure that you have something related to that domain, any certification, any internship, any small course from Coursera or something.
Maybe
so that,
case competitions
yeah,
as well you can do when you
go
come
forward
here.
with case competitions if you can. Get hack of all the internships from case competitions. Otherwise, have something in your CV that you get a very versatile or a profile that you want, kind of want. Don't just rely on your CVs prior. Make a good CV here too.
Case comms like are one of the best ways for getting internship prior to the internship process here. And like
Can
it's,
I
I
add
think,
something?
yeah.
So generally freshers have this doubt that whether I'll be getting a good placement or not. Three of these people are freshers and they've got amazing profiles, they've got amazing roles with amazing firms. So freshers, please do not worry that you'll be, having any disadvantage. It's not like that. It totally depends on how your profile is built up.
Yeah, and rest up. If you come here, we are here for you no matter what, whether shine or rain. We'll be here to guide you throughout the process. So don't worry about
You
that.
can reach out to any of us like anytime.
Anything else? Any suggestions? Any motivation for all the interview people?
Okay.
I mean, when you are giving out answers, just make sure that it comes naturally from you.
Exactly.
It should not be a ratified answer. Try to bring the answers in a story format. Maybe use approaches like we have STAR approach: situation, target, action, and then result. So try to form your answers in a way that it comes out naturally in a STAR format. Maybe that could give you an advantage over the others.
And one more also important thing, that just don't gas around. Be honest with your answers. If you if you don't know something, just tell them like very honestly that sorry sir, we cannot remember, we cannot recall at the moment, but we'll for sure look into it. So let's don't waste their time by saying that I cannot, I'll try, I'm just trying. Matlab, don't give random answers. Just say them honestly that you don't know.
Yeah, I agree with her because my half of my interview was a very stressed interview where they were asking me questions to which I did not know the answers to. So the situation was getting very stressed because I could see the disappointment in their faces. But then I was very humble about it. I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm not able to recall about this, but I'll definitely go back and check. And I mean, that's how I think I got through because I was able to handle the stress situation with a smile. So you have to be humble, be confident, and
Keep smiling.
please don't be very real. Like, know why you want to do this. Do it because you really want to do this, not because of the branding.
अब मेरी वीडियोस कितनी हेल्प करी तुम लोग?
क्या बढ़िया था गुरु.
Oh yeah, so this thing.
थोड़ा तारीफ करो यार तुम
I
लोग.
followed Anshu's videos. I fell in love with IIMK just because of Anshu's videos.
Yeah, boy.
I totally agree
But-
with that. मतलब मेरे घर पे everybody knows Anshu और before I came here everybody was made sure कि भाई अंशु की videos देख लो, ये मेरा college होने वाला है.
I mean, I think yours was the only source that I could find about LSM and especially about the campus. So campus pictures are there on internet, but not the whole. So many instances of campuses in your
You
videos.
get insights from your videos. So that's how they helped me a lot.
And guys, this guy here is from LSM and he is actually one of the most diverse profile persons, people. And seriously, we are really proud that we are getting interviewed by a senior who is from LSM.
यही नहीं, अभी और सुनिए.
So you see how diverse and how versatile we people are. So do join the course and definitely sit for the interview.
Yeah, for
Can I add
sure you
something?
will love it. Like,
So I remember I stumbled upon his profile. I think on, I can't remember the name of the
Habitat.
Yes, I joined Habitat for Cat Prep, and there's when I found Anshu. And then I went on to his YouTube videos, and then I connected with him on WhatsApp and stuff. So he was there throughout, like whatever doubts I would have about how many seats or the cliche questions which you have to control over, but then you need somebody to pacify you about. He was there throughout. He would give us, all the good hints that, about how to conduct yourself in an interview. Because I sat only for LSM interview, no other I sat for. So his guidance was of a lot of help there. So thank you, Anshu, for that. Thank you so much.
Keep doing the good work.
Can any aspirant can reach out to you all in
Definitely.
any social media
definitely.
platform and all?
On LinkedIn or on you can share
Instagram,
our
हाँ,
Instagram
everything.
profile.
Yeah, you can share Instagram profiles. Otherwise, I am Aarti, Soumya, Love, Vaishnavi. And if required, Anshu will share our numbers with you,
definitely.
and you can get in touch with us.
Okay.
More than
Not
happy.
numbers, but social media platform.
Yeah, whatever works. Yeah.
So that's it. Thank you so much, guys. Like, share, comment.
All the best.
All the best, guys.
Bye, guys.